Hi, and welcome everybody. I am back with yet another episode of Perceptions of Purpose, and today I'm talking with Luis Garcia, better known as Crini.
Yeah, much better.
Yeah, it would be weird to say.
It's like really weird for people to like mention my actual name.
I thought it would actually be fun if you were to present yourself a little bit. Like, what do you
Okay.
do? Why are you here?
Who I am, I'm a kind of a complex kind of person, I would say. A complex human being. I do plenty of stuff. I like plenty of stuff. And I like to say that whatever I do I do it because I want and because I can. So that's pretty much how I was playing, or how I would say I am.
Okay, that's very beautiful. That is a very different way to present yourself than many people would, I think, once you get asked, because so many start to talk about their profession, right?
Yeah, but that's not my case. I'm not a computer engineer and I need to be that. It's not that. I studied that. That's not who I am.
And how does that translate a bit into like your personal process, like your day-to-day work that probably is never the same, but or I wonder, like
it's random. Yeah, it's pretty random because it depends on the kind of work that I need to do. I always say that I have two different. How do you call it? Two different kinds of job that I do, what kind of work that I do. There's the work that I do to communicate, which is mostly like branding design or graphic design for posters or flyers, things like that. There's a work that I do because I have to, because I have it inside of me. I need to take it out. It's like I need to not necessarily to communicate, because I not even know what I'm trying to communicate. And that's a struggle that I had. I had that like inner struggle for a long time. It's like, what do I'm trying to tell? What I'm trying to say with all these lines and squares and geometric shapes? And I was had a dialogue inside of me. It's like, what am I trying to say? And at some point I said, I don't need to find what I'm trying to say. Maybe I didn't know. Maybe nobody knows. Yeah. And I don't need to know. I just need to express myself in this way. And so I have two different kind of ways to do it. When I'm talking about communication, which is mostly graphic design, like I said, posters or branding and stuff, it's different. I always try to find what's let's call about a client. Okay, what's the client trying to say? Okay, because maybe they don't even know how to say it. And they're kind of like looking for something that I already did. And it's like, oh, I want something like this. Okay, yeah, but your idea, whatever is behind you, or whatever you're trying to project, is different than this. So I need to find a way to express what you're trying to express, and that it works for the community you're trying to communicate with. So that's different. It's like some people might come and say, oh, I want a flyer that has like squares, triangles, and circles like this one. It's like, no, your work is much more organic. I'm just going to throw this. It's like some triangles and some lines won't work for you. You need to just express something. We can use lines, we can use triangles, we can use like geometric shapes to express what you want to express, but it has to feel more organic. Okay, so that's a different. So I first need to understand what needs to be communicated, what's the message behind it, and then I will decide how I will show it. I don't do that much of how do you call it, boceto, a draft. I don't do that much drafting. I don't know if bocetear.
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't do that. It's not like I have like I'm jealous about those guys or girls that they have like this huge sketchbook and they have like pages and hundreds of pages of wonderful sketches. I'm not like that.
I'm gonna make it like this, and then I'm gonna make it bigger, and then I need to erase this. Like
it means like really difficult to do that. It's like I will just sit and work. Yeah, and it start like throwing whatever comes out of my mind and trying to find a way that matches the message that I'm trying to send. Yeah. In this, like a client side project.
Yeah, sitting on your shoulder and being like, yeah, but we wanted something more. It's like, okay, fine.
Well, not necessarily that way. To be honest, I have most of my clients, like 99% of my clients have been like the best clients I have ever had. It's like, this typical joke is like, oh, make the logo bigger, or oh, change this, or throw all of these colors. So my nephew did that. I think I have never had a client like that.
Wow.
So I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
Thanks to my clients.
Shout out
Thanks
to
a
the
lot.
clients.
Yeah, shout out to clients. Yeah. It's like 90% of my clients are like that.
But I think it's a result of like the pureness of your work in some sense. Like this is my assumption right now that like they know what they come to you for. So they know
Probably,
more what to expect than if someone like is trying to present. We're having this issue a lot in advertisement, for example, that the client has a certain idea and then the agency has another idea and the director has obviously his own idea.
Yeah.
And they don't understand it, or they like see it and they're like, yeah, but we don't like it. And it made me think of what you said, that it's not necessarily about what you like. It's about what fits your brand and what you're trying to communicate,
Totally.
right?
Yeah.
So, and they come to you for the trust and for the expertise. So they should actually follow your recommendation. That doesn't mean they have to accept everything. But I
that's funny because it's like a insight of current, well, not current, a recent project that I did for apparel company. They wanted to do something like, oh, you see this brand and this brand and this brand, I want something like this and something like this, something like this, something like this. I was like, okay, I can do things like that, but let me just try something that's more like the kind of things that I personally do and that I think that will attract the kind of clients that you want to attract, the kind of community you're trying to connect with. It was like, I don't remember, I had to design like 5 or 6 different
drafts,
things. Yeah, so I have 6 different designs for different objects. And I remember the one that they liked the most was the one that I did myself without following any of their guidelines. And at the end of the 5 or 6 different items that we designed, 4 of them used that design. Wow. The other 2 were totally different designs than the one that we did at the beginning. So we ended up with 6 things or 5 or 6 things that none are like the ones that they wanted to do at the beginning. And then most of them are like the ones that I said, like, I think you should go this way.
Yeah.
So it's, I remember it's at that point when we finished the project, I was like, the only advice that I have is like, try not necessarily like copy what people do, what other brands are doing, because they have their own message, so they're already connected with the community that they wanted to connect. If you're doing the same, it's just getting like the breadcrumbs of what they did.
Yeah.
Try to, like fully present yourself with your own vision, your own idea, and try to really connect with what you're trying to say. And that's something that I really try to impress in every single project that I do. Even if it's for clients, I try for them to understand that it's like they need not necessarily to be unique, because everything has been invented. A logo is a logo, t-shirt is a t-shirt, a website is a website, and they need to do what they need to do. But you can do it in your own manner, so it projects what you really are, what your project really is. So I think that's a lot more important right now.
Definitely. And inside all of that intuitive work, is there any structure, any time plan, any organization?
Structure. A ver, let's see. A ver. So I'm pretty... it wouldn't be a word. I'm pretty stuck. And I'm pretty, I would say, formal with deadlines.
Formal, okay.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Strict?
Strict, yeah. Strict, yeah. I'm pretty strict with deadlines that I set myself. It's like, if I say, we're going to do this project, and this is the planning, and this is the timeline, and we're going to do it this way, this is the day when I'm going to show you this, you have this amount of days to approve it, and I'm pretty strict with that. And
also with their return.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. So whenever that doesn't happen, it's because of the client. Okay. So it's like, that's one of the first things that I'm like really strict with. Because at least how my mind works is that if I have something that I haven't finished and I want to finish, this is taking me like mind space. It's like a lot of mind space inside of my mind. So I would say it's kind of it eats me from the inside. It's really difficult for me to struggle with that. And end up struggling when that happens. So I'm pretty strict with that. So that's something I try to follow with every single project that I do, like client side projects, not with my own projects. So that's one of the first things that I have, like an actual structure. The other thing that I do is like, I don't want for you to depend on me. Whenever I do something that's like, you have a logo. Okay, so this is logo, you have the guidelines, you have everything. You can, from this point on, you can work with me or can you work with someone else. I will never try to like tie up a client to my services or the things that I do. I will never do that. And I think I would say there's even a practice that lots of people did, like maybe not necessarily this generation, but the previous generations lead a lot.
Yeah,
it's like, I will make a website. So, no, but if you want to change that comma, well, they're like a semicolon, sorry, commas in Spanish.
Commas exist as well.
Yeah, okay. If we want to change this word, or if you want to change this image, you need to call me and it will be like 50 for an hour, then something like that. It's like, I will never do that.
Yeah.
Every single project that I do, I will let you know that this is your project. This is the way it works. This is the way you want to change. You could change stuff. And that's something that's really important for me. I want people to feel free. I want to be free. I want for them to feel free. If they come back and requesting for changes or no, I prefer for you to do it, wonderful. But that's something else I use like every single project that I do it that way. What else I could say about the way that I work in projects?
I wonder as well, like more in terms of the calendar, literally. Like, do you have like a calendar system, or do you have like a program like Notion or anything like that?
No, I have a kind of calendar system, where I have every single project. I have all of the deadlines that I have. It's like a Google Calendar, and I even send these calendars, create calendars for each project, and then send it to clients so they can get to know when we have a meeting, what I'm expecting for that meeting. So I send it right when we start the project. So this is your calendar.
Yeah.
So they have it there. I have it there as well.
Yeah.
About the daily schedule, I would say first thing I do is like reply to emails. When I wake up, I'm like a zombie.
Okay.
The only work that I can do right when I wake up after my first coffee or breakfast or whatever is my own personal work. I cannot do stuff for somebody else when I first woke up. It's really difficult for me. So it's like I can reply to emails. I will need like about 2 or 3 hours to wake up.
To fully boot.
yeah. It's like a really slow pace. That's something that I always do, like my daily routine. What else? I try not to leave emails unreplied. When I shut out
the computer.
When I finish the work day. I will never do that.
Respectable.
It's like, I understand how people could feel if they don't have a reply back. It's not that I, running behind all of my, if I get an email, I have to reply it right away. No. But I understand how they can feel. So if it's something that I can avoid and that I know that will affect my project, I would rather reply. Even if it's small, I read it, I will reply back with later tomorrow or something like that. But I received it. So I like to have like a really nice relationship with my clients.
No, that builds trust in the end,
totally. And it's like more like I understand how someone can feel when they give you X amount of money for you to make a logo for them, or for you to make a website for them. And it's like 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and they don't hear from you. It's like, they can get anxious about it.
Of course.
So I try to avoid that.
Yeah.
Because I know that anxiety can affect the project. Even if the outcome is the same, it will affect the project, will affect the relationship. So I try to avoid that.
Yeah.
Obviously, not trying to push myself to a limit where I cannot feel comfortable about it. So I try to keep like a balance between keeping them not necessarily happy, but
comfortable,
comfortable, quiet.
And I totally see it. That it's just, if they would know that if you don't reply, then maybe something is up. It's just like a relationship with friends or with your partner. It's just, okay, we know that we will reply, and even if it's not necessarily what you were looking for now, you know that you will get it tomorrow or whenever
you know how many times I have had like clients that are coming because someone said that they will have something in 10 days and they don't have they didn't have replied. I don't know if that's
They didn't even reply
They didn't even reply
after.
in those 10 days. It's like, I know, and I kind of get an answer from them. It's like, I'm talking about like big agencies and freelance people as well.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's crazy. You know, how can something like that can happen if it's like an emergency or something? I understand.
Yeah.
But it's like, dude, at least reply the email, you know? Or something else is like, oh no, it's a delivery day, and it's like 1 hour before the meeting, I won't be able to give you this because I could finish it. Dude, if you weren't ready, you knew that like the day before, or even the week before. Just let them know you won't have it at the time you told them you will have it.
Yeah.
And it will be much easier. They will still trust you, but just let them know, you know?
See, the problem is not the fuck up. The problem is the miscommunication and the trying to hide it. And
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have any other questions. I think I have been running in circles about this.
Para nada. It's very interesting.
It's strange for me. Everything has been so natural in my like in my process, or like organic, that I've never stopped to think about these kind of things. So when you ask me, it's like I'm trying to think and talk at the same time. So it's
No, and one, I'm sure it's super interesting for many out there, and if anything, it's helping me right now.
Okay. So we're getting there.
Yeah, we're getting there. What would you say, like, in general, what advice would you give someone that feels like going into a similar direction? May it be design, may it be whatever it be, you know, but with so many interests, like how to... You've been mentioning the intuitiveness of your work. Like, how does that intuitiveness feel? Like, or how did you train it, or how could you train it, you know?
Okay, I would say there are two different sides of that question. I will try to answer the first one, which is, I think, one of the people I'm more worried about, and I would say probably the easier to answer is like an advice. What's the first, like the thing that scares the most to someone that wants to fully commit to their creative how do you call it? Endeavor, craft, yeah. It's money. So I always say, keep cash flowing. If you don't have enough cash to get to the end of the month to pay the rent and stuff, this will take most of your mind space, and you wouldn't be able to create. So I think I said it when we started talking. It's like there's money, there's work that fills up your bank account, and there's work that fills your heart. So you need to divide this, you know, to understand that you need to take work that will at least get you to the end of the month. Probably, if it works,
ideally
next
more.
month. If it's 3, much better. So try to find this kind of work that it's not necessarily that needs to support your whole project, but at least it keeps it running, and it won't contaminate or pollute your mind.
Almost you sponsoring yourself, kind of. Like figuring out what work would be the okayest to do in some way to be able to dedicate more and more and more time to the actual thing you want to do.
Yeah. Even it's something that has happened to me a lot. It's like and connecting with the question you asked before about when we were talking about communication with communication with the client and stuff, is that several of my clients that I have started working, like I want a logo, and then I ended up doing their website, and then it's just like, I want for you to make changes on my website every single month. So that's money that keeps recurring clients. I know that's sometimes difficult for some other creative areas. It's not the same for photography or for design or for illustration. But if you find a way that, even if you don't necessarily will use it as your main portfolio, it's work, and it's honest work that you do for the clients that you already have.
Yeah.
So you've already, one of the most difficult things is like finding new clients. But if you have a client that is willing to pay for the work that you're doing, and is willing to do it like every now and then, just keep that communication flowing, keep that relationship going. So that's one thing I would say. Have something that could help you to keep in contact and keep doing stuff for your clients. That's about the money part of it. talking about the intuition and all of this stuff, I will divide this into two different things. There's one way to see it for client-side projects. There's another way to see it for your own work. For the client-side projects, I would say, how do you call it? This guy, Stefan Segmeister, used to talk about this. He's a huge designer, creative guy. I think he's from Austria, lives now in New York. I'm going too deep into that.
No.
Well, this guy said that you need to have cultural awareness. This cultural awareness, he mentioned an example when he went to Japan and people started to ask him at a workshop or something like a conference that he gave. It's like, are you willing to work for people in Japan? Yes, I will work here for sure. I was like, dude, I don't know anything about Japan.
No, and the customs and the traditions and the way.
What could I do that will connect with the people here?
Yeah.
So that's something that people need to understand is that when you're doing work for a client, you're not trying to connect with your people. You're trying to connect with the people that client is trying to attract. So that's something that people need to understand, or creatives need to understand when doing client-side projects. Mm-hmm. You need to connect with your client's community, audience. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's something that's really important. If it's not necessarily the exact same work that you want to do, you need to understand that you're providing a service.
Yeah.
So that's different. And when you're talking about personal projects, mm-hmm. or like personal projects, it's more like, imagine there's no one seen. Imagine there's no one, if I'm a musician, listening to your song or to the lyrics you're writing. Imagine there's no one else you need to connect with. Mm. Picture it like if you're doing work only for yourself. You're in a dark room and you're doing all of this that you're doing for yourself. That's the only way you can do that work that is really meaningful to you, and that will probably connect with the people that you really want to connect.
Yeah.
Because you can do work that's, I'll do it because I want, to get more followers, or to like work to be seen by a lot more people. Yeah, but it's that something that you really need for your work. Is that something that you really need for what you need to express? So I even was talking to a friend a few months ago, and she asked me, if you will ask a question to another artist, which question would that be? I say, if there was no one watching, would you still do it? So that's something that people need to understand. It's like, if you're doing it for yourself, that's, you need to keep doing it that way for your personal work.
I watched an interview. I don't know if you know Casey Neistat.
No, I don't.
He's a YouTuber, but he became really famous because he revolutionized the way he was vlogging for YouTube, especially. Yeah. And it was something that he had been doing his entire life. Like the moment he had a camera in his hand, he was recording this way and he was doing it this way. And it was almost too early for the generation, even though this was 2010, 11.
It happens.
And so now I watched an interview by him that he's now super famous, millions of followers, etc. pp. And he said, like, I didn't do that for anyone, I did it because I wanted to do it, and I did it because I could, and it was the only thing that I felt like I knew how to do it. And eventually the success will come, but if you're doing it to be successful, it's not. Yeah,
that's different. Yeah, that's different because you're pointing to, like, how is the name of the purpose?
The pursuit, no, the perspectives of purpose.
Okay. Sorry, we're trying to understand here what we're talking about.
The perceptions of purpose.
Yeah, the perception of purpose. So that's the thing. What's your purpose? To be famous, like to be like the most well-known designer or musician or whatever, the most popular. Or do you just want to do the things that you really want to do, the things that you really connect with? Yeah. So that you need to find what's your actual purpose on what you're doing. And again, what you're doing for your personal kind of fulfillment, and what you're doing for your, let's call it clients or audience or community, because not everything is like client-side work, fulfillment. So that's something that you need to understand. I remember like a sketch or a short video that I saw from, I think it's Frank Zappa. I don't know his music that well. But I remember a friend, a designer friend, sent me this video where he's saying that someone was asking, are you not worried about people not understanding the work that they're doing? He was like, no, dude. That's what I like the most. When I enter a room or I go to a stage and there's like 100 people and 50 go away because they understand what I'm doing, the other 50 stay. That's the people I want to connect with.
Yeah.
The people that maybe want to find something interesting in my work, or that already found something interesting in my work.
Yeah.
And they want to keep, they want for me to keep feeding them with that. That's the people I want to connect with. But I'm doing it for myself, not because of them.
Yeah.
Not because there are 50 or 100 or 1,000 people there. It's just that I want to do it because it connects with me. And if it connects with someone else, that's really nice.